How we doing, Jose? What's going on, Ryan? All right. I think because we have a listing at 6, I think I'm going to get some help with this just because I want to make sure that I get through comfortably. What's going on, Charles? What's going on, Chris? I think I'm going to have my daughter help me pack it out. Let's start here. What's up, CL? Yeah, I think we're going to crack packs today. Javier Baez for the Cubs. CUBS. Let's hope today's case is as good as yesterday's case. Jose Canseco. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. What's up, Mark? Traverse City. Much needed break. That's nice. Do all the jumbos come with what are these? What are these? What are we talking about? Joey Bart. Why don't you get us a box, yeah, that we can work out of. Oh yeah, yeah. Everyone has a box topper and the 2 silver packs. Evan White. Nationals. Tony Gwynn. You guys are going to stay over there. Ian Anderson. Nah, let's stack them as you're opening them. Crisscross them. Good after. What's going on, Adam? You can't open anything? Why can't you open anything? Mauricio Dubon. Albert. Josh Bell. I don't know. I don't think you need a kidney. That's weird. Buy box opening day. Ryan Mountcastle. Iglesias, Bo Bichette. Oh, so you're a snob. Gotcha. I didn't peg you as a card snob, but I guess you are. I did not. Is there a Project 71? Adam Duncan, card snob. That's all right. I guess, you know, you learn things about people you didn't know. There's a Willie Mays Project 70A. I might have to go look at that. What's up, Brian? I got in the mail today. I got in the mail yesterday something from Topps that was full of soccer cards that I swear I didn't order, but evidently I did. What are you gonna do? So, that's okay. I forgive myself. Ooh. I didn't know I liked soccer cards. Well, who knew? Aha, I see the Willie Mays. Okay. I have no idea who any of the guys are. Tatis. Out of 70, Matt Chapman, black. One of them was numbered 99 out of 99. I have no idea what the dude is. I'm at a loss. I think I was probably trying to buy some Giants something, and then it turned into soccer. UEFA League something. I don't know. So I got a funny story to tell everyone. You guys ready for story time? Anyone ready for an interesting story? Interesting story that we don't know the conclusion to. So that's why it's an interesting story. JD Martinez, Josh Donaldson. So here's the interesting story. I purchased some boxes of our cases of tribute, and they were delivered along with some thick sleeves that I bought. Finally found some thick sleeves, so I picked up 2 cases. It was all shipped. We had 2 autographs today. It was nice. The Heritage was all right. It was Heritage, you know. There wasn't anything to jump out of your skin about, but there was a couple of nice autographs. Davey Garcia and the Mets dude, so it was all right. Anyway, and so they were sitting by the front door. My son, who does the shipping, we now ship the bigger parcels, the bigger ones, UPS. Somehow, he took the ones that were delivered yesterday with him down to the local UPS store that we ship from and dropped them off there. When I went to, we sold the break last night, the tribute break last night. When I walked upstairs to grab the case, it was not there. And he was not aware that he took them down. And so everyone was in a little bit of a panic because we sold a break that we had no case to sell. I mean, case to break. And naturally, when you have, you know, $6,000 worth of stuff that just disappears, it's cause for a little bit of concern. And the UPS store was closed, so nothing we could do there. So I had my wife call Mark, who's at our local card shop. Will we get that Mercedes dude again? We seem to hit him like every case. Keegan Aiken and Mark, who is never there after 7 o'clock. was there after 7 o'clock. It was like 7:15. And so he, as he always does, let me steal a case from him. And so we were able to do the break. Today I called the UPS store and I said, hey, explain the situation. And I said, how does that normally happen when that something like that happens? Well, we scan it and then the UPS guys come and pick it up. I said, you don't look and see whether or not it was an actual package that is supposed to be going out for delivery. You just scan it. I mean, what if it was a FedEx thing? And you know what I'm saying? I don't even know if the two cases both came in UPS. And he said, no, we don't look. We just scan it, and the UPS guys come pick it up. So that was a little disconcerting. I did check. He said, check the numbers and see what it says, and then you'll have an idea of what to do next. And I did check that. And evidently, they're going to be redelivered today. But I only have tracking on one package, not the other. So I'm curious to see if the actual 2 cases of tribute, I don't have tracking on. Did I miss a giant? Okay, well, somebody will point it out and wave at my face later, Charles, like they do. Dad, you missed a giant. Well, I miss them sometimes. Nick Madrigal. So, evidently, things will be redelivered today. I'm trying not to be. Hey, those need to be sleeved too. Those ones right here on the table. Patino. I'm trying not to be. Oh, are you sorting? Oh, okay. Never mind. It should. And that's when I asked him the question, he said, we never pay attention to that. And UPS doesn't have anything that filters that out. They just pick it up. They will put it back in whatever the delivery routine is, shipping routine is, and it'll just go back out. So I'm, on the one hand, UPS around here, unlike USPS, is pretty good. So I'm not too concerned about it. But on the other hand, I don't know where my product is at for sure. And it kind of, is a little disconcerting. And I have other things that are delivering today, so I'm hoping it's just part of that same thing. I don't know how to say that guy's name. Ozzy Albies for the Braves out of 199. So we had a break last night that almost didn't happen. And then product today that may or may not make it back. Fortunately, I did pick up a couple more cases of Inception. So I do have 3 in-house, and I have more tribute that should be delivered tomorrow. So that'll be good. I don't know what the delivery is on the other one though, Matt, or I would. The problem is the other one came from a different source, not who drop shipped basically from one of the distributors to me, and I don't have the shipping on that one. Mike Trout. So I'll see if they don't make it today, then I'll concern myself with it. I'll be freaked out about it later on. I won't be freaked out. It'll get worked out. Even if it takes a couple days for the tribute to get back to me, honestly, we'll break it. And then Lubob, Evan White, Ichiro. And then today, here's the extended story. Today, I got in the mail from a terrible allocation 2 boxes of tribute. 2 little, poor, pathetic boxes of tribute. What are you going to do with 2 boxes of tribute? What are you going to do with 2 boxes of tribute? Well, naturally, you know, you got to open them. What else are you supposed to do with them? You just can't let them sit there. They might rot. What if they get root rot or something, you know? Got to make sure you take care of them right away. And so Ian and I both took a box. Ian has the hot hand. He pulled that Big Mike Trout auto out of that last one that we sold for $800. Hey, look, somebody gets the atom bomb. That's what Adam Duncan's family refer to him as the day after he's had Mexican, but that's a different story. And we opened said 2 boxes of tribute. My son and his hot hand continue because, well, it's not a major hit. It's not a major hit. It was a good hit. So I'll show you this real quick. We got a Whit Merrifield, we got a Max Muncy, Monty Harrison, big whoop. But we did get a Juan Soto out of 45. That's pretty cool. Iconic Perspectives autograph card of Juan Soto. That's the one my son pulled. And then Luis Garcia out of 99 and Evan White out of 199. And then I got a Ryan Mountcastle that I pulled out of 50. So that's nice. So that's nice. I don't know what we're going to do with the cards, but, you know, we'll figure it out when we're older. Hey, look at that. Look at that. I don't know why Topps printed it upside down. That's really weird. The Topps printed this upside down, but Casey Mize. Casey Mize. Very nice. Very nice. Joey Votto. So that was nice getting a Juan Soto. And just as a reminder, I'm going to stop selling the football boxes today. Today's the last day for those in the retail. If you decide you're going to buy any, get them before midnight, because I'm going to flip them tomorrow. Evan White. Jack Flaherty. Pete Alonso. Out of 300, John Meeks. Is that you, Chris? Nice. I like it. Christian Javier. Mariano Rivera is two-sided. I'm sure I can find somebody to make some trades with for those Giants cards. I mean, for those tribute cards. Tristan McKenzie will get a sleeve. One sec for me. These guys. I don't know what it is about morning. Oh, geez. I forgot about that. I always forget about things. Too much stuff going on all the time. I don't know what is taking YouTube when the videos that I have been uploading in the morning, have been doing in the morning breaks, they are not getting processed quickly. It's taken them a long time. It's so weird. I don't understand why it's taking them so long. What's going on, George? And then at 6 o'clock, we're going to sell the Heritage Hanger Hoedown, and that'll be fun. Overall pricing came down, which is nice because it should. I don't know, because so that'll be a nice one. 2 cases, that is a lot of cards. Hernandez. Who are you? Jesus Luzardo. Yeah, I never even looked at that basketball again. I bet you it's up some more. And at some point, that Patrick Bailey card is going to come down in price. So I'll wait until that happens too. He's about to get lost in the shuffle. And that's okay with me. For a little while. White Sox card, team card. Garcia, gold. I have been carefully monitoring the prices of the guys I am looking for. Ichiro two-sided. Carefully monitoring. Doing calculations. Working the math. What Bailey card are you? If you're talking about with Adam, he has a black Bailey, and we were talking about potentially doing a trade. But I'm just looking at everything. I'm not necessarily looking at a specific card as I am looking at cards that I can grab that are autographed that are a bargain. Series 1 Joey Bart autographs are starting to come down. And so I'm also looking at those. So that's good. Madrigal, Bone. Who you be? You be Urias. And there's Miguel Cabrera. Oh, out of 70. Very nice. Miguel Cabrera. I'm sure something's going to happen. Hey, those basketball cards that I wound up with and whatever that break that we did have all gone up quite a bit in value. Quite a bit in value. So, Willie Mays. And, oddly enough, I do have a Bobby Witt high-end graded, I forget which one it's out of. Sapphire Drafts, I don't know, something. But anyway, and I looked at that the other day, and it was originally like $200, and it's gone way up. Way up. Hey, stack these better. It is, it's graded. I might have opened my own case of whatever that last leaf was that we were doing. The one that we're never allowed to talk about in front of Juan Matos. And so I might have wound up with a couple of decent hits. Evan White. I wound up with a couple of different Evan White SP. A leaf, whatever that was. I opened a case of that. And then I put the cards in the box, and then I put the box somewhere. I don't know where it's at. But I had a nice Acuna out of there. And I had, who else did I had? I got a PSA 10, the Vlad from Series 2, you know, the unnumbered one. I think I got that in a PSA 10. Devers for the Red Sox. Honestly, I can't remember. I'll have to go look. What is our goal today? Our goal today would be, well, it would be nice to have a silver pack auto. We don't care who it is. I'll have to dig it out. Ozzy, Casey Mize. It's somewhere. It's somewhere. This one feels like, nope. Darn it. Brian Hayes. Who was our first auto? What autos did we get? How come I only remember Casey Mize? Who's the other one? Oh, Keegan Aiken. That's why I forgot. That is why I forgot. Evan White. I was going to take my Juan Soto and send it off to get it graded, and I forgot. Oh, dang it, I can't do that. That sucks. PSA is no longer grading anything. And here I was about to start getting on the grade everything bandwagon, and now I can't. I could send it to Beckett, but it would take a long time. They'd be all right, too. Or I could send to one of those other companies who suddenly realize they could jack up prices, and their grading is suspect at best. But I don't want to do that either. So I guess it'll just hang out with me. Kind of like Twitchy. Probably lick me less though. I would guess. I would guess. Pedro Severino. Oh, look at that. Very nice Gary Wood auto. Orange Nolan Arenado. I went through it with a fine-tooth comb. That card is a PSA Gem Mint 10. There's no chance it grades anything else. Everything on it is perfect. Perfect. Kerry Wood. I touched every side of that card just to make sure it was perfect. Ian Anderson. I found one spot that I wasn't sure about, so I wet my finger and I rubbed it a little bit. Looks good. Somewhere, at some point, Brandon Ridley's going to show up and start chastising me. Paredes for making a joke about handling the cards. Well, what's good is if Adam doesn't get back until 2023, he'll probably forget what was in there, and it'll probably be worth a heck of a lot more than it is right now, right? Bryce Harper. I am... Let's see, what is the right way to say this? I believe that the strong market for sports cards will continue into the foreseeable future. Into the foreseeable future. I also believe, there we go, Pache. I also believe that in spite of the efforts that are currently underway, the baseball card market has a way of gold. Juan Soto. It is less prone to manipulation, I believe. It is the most unique of the three, the most stable of the three, and I just don't believe that it can be pushed and prodded enough to be like basketball was. I don't care how much people are trying to press it. Select might be a nice product, but Panini is not licensed in baseball, so I just don't believe that it is going to be what people want that to be. And I, you know, so I am confident in the market, which is nice. Hey, here's a nice one. Tricky Nick Gold. I am confident, which makes me happy, that I believe the market will continue to be strong. I am confident that we won't lose our minds in baseball. Rafael Devers. Though, do I believe there's probably going to be a little bit more pushing and prodding? Yeah, I believe so. But what I see tells me a different story than I think what people hope will happen based on basketball and football. Nick Madrigal. Now, have I been known to be wrong? You know, I remember this one time when I was younger. Remember I told you the story about shoplifting the candy bar? So I do recall one time in my life when I was 7 or 8 years old. Might have been 6. Nah, it's probably 7 or 8. My parents, might have been 9. My parents probably wouldn't let me walk to the corner store and cross the street at 7 or 8. They weren't irresponsible people. Or I might have been with them. I don't know. But I still think responsible selling is important. And so, you know, we can do what we can do, and that is all that we can do. And then we move on. I agree with that. And what you have said, and I've said this to other people, what you said to me is the reason why I ultimately believe that efforts to make football into baseball into football and basketball will fail is because in basketball and football, what you told me, and which is right, CL, that they have and can have an immediate impact on the team. In baseball, there is a process. Out of 99 vintage stock Garcia, and that is not seen for several years. You know what I'm saying? So you're right about that. So I just think that unless people are willing to run that speculation market up, I don't know. I don't know. I haven't seen my other Bowman numbers yet. But like I said, I'm expecting us to be between 12 and 16 cases. So it will be fun, and we will have fun doing it every step of the way. Knowing that, and this is what makes me happy, that the secondary market is strong. Why did Trevor Bauer cheat? Did Trevor Bauer cheat? What was he doing to the baseballs that is a big deal? I saw something briefly about that. I don't know what it is he supposedly did to the baseballs that is a bad thing. By the way, we're down to getting ready to open that last box, so if you guys want to mojo that last box. Did he doctor baseballs or something? Did he do something? No. We've opened, my daughter's opened 5 of the boxes. We're getting ready to do box 4. And so only box 5 is left, and I want you guys just to have a chance to mojo them. I'm not used to Matt not talking. What's going on, Matt? How come you're not talking? What marks on the ball to what? Change the flight of the ball to do something? Aha! You know, Dodgers are cheaters by nature. And so it doesn't surprise me that they would say, honestly, who cares? See the ball, hit the ball. Aaron Judge. Again, will he be punished in some way? I'm sure he'll be punished in some way. And then the next guy will do it, and they'll catch him, and they'll punish him, and it'll keep going on forever. Because everybody's looking for a way to get ahead. Oh, you're on a conference call? All right. It's more fun when you're chatting. Did we get the conference call worked out? Let me know. I'm happy to get on your conference call and help you out when I can. I'm sure I know nothing about whatever business thing you're doing, but that won't stop me from being a nuisance on the phone. Jordan. Go ahead. They mojoed it. Honestly, I think the only people complaining about it are people that don't like the guy. Who complained about it originally? The Reds are probably upset that he didn't want to play for him anymore. Nick Madrigal. He probably struck somebody out. And you know what? He's an outspoken guy, and people don't like that. They want you to get in line and shut up. And so they're always looking for a way to take guys down like that. So I say, keep talking crap, even though you're a Dodger. Stuff it in their face a little bit, and if they don't like it, they can go somewhere else. I guarantee you right now there are some hitters with corked bats or something. Well, then he'll be punished accordingly for being the only pitcher, you know. I don't disagree with you, Matt. I don't disagree with you. Zach Britton. Buck Farmer. Oh, look at that, Davey Garcia. Buck Farmer. Oh, man. This is brutal. Brutal. Yes. I like a guy like that. You know where he stands. And you know what? I'm sure he will take whatever punishment they dole out like a man. Thank you, Brian. Have a good night. We'll see you later. Yeah, there definitely are cheaters out there. And there are a lot of guys out there who are doing it the right way too, you know. Let me just say a name of someone who always did it the right way. And it showed in everything that he did on the field. Brooks Robinson. Just saying. Guys have used substances on... Gaylord Perry made an entire career out of doctoring the ball. He made an entire career out of doctoring the ball. So, to me, you know, if you're going to give me this nonsense revisionist history, then I don't want to hear you. Not you, George. I'm just saying in general. I don't want to hear it. This revisionist history crap. Gaylord Perry did it. Everybody thought it was funny. Let's see if we can catch Gaylord Perry cheating. And the man's in the Hall of Fame. He cheated his entire career. He cheated. Who are we talking about? Who's not close? No. I said the best. What did I say? Did I say hitting when I meant fielding? That's probably what I did. I meant best fielding third baseman ever. The defensive. Did I say offensive? I don't know what I'm saying. I meant defensive third baseman. I'm just bringing on that conversation from yesterday. Yes, and that's the thing about Bauer. He had the gravitas to say it. Gurriel. And good for him. There's a whole lot of pitchers doing it right now. There's organizations who know they're doing it who are overlooking at it. You could say, "Hey, Dad, I'm about to make a giant noise." Just like with the steroid era. Oh, who is the best third baseman ever? Don't say Ron Santo because you're wrong. Don't say Ron Santo because you're wrong. I find Cub fans can only say one name every time a conversation comes up, and it's always a Cub name. Jerkson Profar. Was he? I don't know. I don't know that I agree with that. Mike Schmidt was a terrible fielder. Mike Schmidt was a terrible fielding third baseman. Terrible. He led the league in errors every year except one in his career, and that was the last year of his career when he used steroids. I read that on the internet, so it must be true. He also used cork bats. George Brett was a first baseman. He wasn't a real third baseman. It doesn't count if you change positions at some point in your career. Brooks Robinson was a third baseman from the moment he got into the majors until the moment he left. Man was 83 years old. 83 years old when he retired. Outplayed everybody. I don't want to hear about it. Monty Harrison. You're only thinking offensively. Look at the entire package. Brooks Robinson was every bit what those guys are. Every bit what those guys are. I read it on the internet. I'm just saying. I just brought it up for the fun of it today, CL. And now I'm just making stuff up about Mike Schmidt. I have no idea. Just enjoying the time. Oh, they are not. They are not. That Matt Lavery. Now, if you're going to make things up, the man barely hit 500 home runs and did steroids. So let's not make it a bigger deal than we should. He wasn't Mark McGwire. We already talked about this anyway the other day. We talked about this conversation. I just do it because I like to get a rise out of Adam. He did too. Mike Schmidt 100% did steroids. He was part of the steroid era. Absolutely he was. Absolutely he was. I 100% guarantee you he did steroids. 100%. 100%. And Adam always has to go to war because he can't make an argument otherwise. He doesn't know how to make an argument outside of war. But his war is better than your war. Really? Does war tell you how good of a fielder you are? When you run into the stands, the guy hit a ground ball. No, he didn't. No. He does not predate the steroid era. Okay, let me just remind you guys. In 1970, what did the skinniest man to ever play the game of baseball knock out 52 home runs? The skinniest man to ever play the game of baseball until Tristan McKenzie was George Foster. George Foster hit 52 home runs in what year? Lou Bob. 1978, 1976, 1970 something. They were doing steroids back then. If he was, you're probably right, Adam. I don't have any idea. Foster was the skinniest player ever to play the game until I read it on the internet. It has to be true. Are you telling me that what I read on the internet is not true, Matt? Don't make me doubt the interwebs. The man, the baseball bat was thicker than his legs. Man hit 52 home runs. 52 home runs. You don't think he was doing steroids when he hit 52 home runs? Yeah, he was doing steroids. They were using steroids back then. And you know what? That's not the only thing you can use to make you hit the ball a little bit harder, to make things happen. Amphetamines do the same thing for you. Give you a little more pep in your step, a little more speed on your bat. Who's this? What is that? Oh, it's backwards. Clayton Kershaw out of 299. That is not a real autograph. Was he? I don't know for sure. I'm just making stuff up as I go along. But no, I know George Foster was skinny. But Brady Anderson did steroids too. Wade Boggs. So they were using steroids in the 70s. Yes, if they were using them in football in the 70s, which they were using steroids in football in the 70s, they were using them in baseball in the 70s. It does not. No. Did you watch Moneyball, Adam Duncan? Do you know nothing about this game? Do you not know? Did you not watch Moneyball? Just answer that one question before I answer what you're saying, Adam. I cannot believe this. Did you see Moneyball? '21 Series 1 Clayton Kershaw gold-framed autograph. Oh, jeez. Greenies were all the way back in the 50s for sure. In the 50s for sure. They used them in the 50s 100%. They were using them in the 50s. Adam Duncan, if you watch Moneyball, you know there's a scene there when they're sitting around talking with all of the scouts. We all know that 100% the best way to tell how good a player is, how attractive his girlfriend is. Come on. I can't even believe you're saying something other than, this foolishness. All those scouts made it clear. It's based on how attractive your girlfriend is. That's all I have to say. So you can take your war and you can go do it somewhere else. Oh, man. And the 60s and the 50s, they popped those suckers forever. Well, from the 50s. Matt Chapman, Oakland A's. You know what surprises me? What surprises me about you, Adam, is that you, in fact, collect baseball cards. You know nothing about the game. Nothing about the game. I have to always educate you about... Why do I have to educate you about everything? Come on, autograph. Just one time. Dang it. Verlander. You know, it's a good thing I'm here to educate you guys. It's a good thing I am here. I really honestly can't believe how little you know about baseball. But do you believe, Matt Lavery, that Frank Robinson cheated at any point during his career? Do you believe at any point Frank Robinson did any kind of drugs or anything else? That's how I'm going to answer your question with that, and then I'm going to answer. Once you give me the answer, I'm going to tell you the answer to your question. Do you believe that Frank Robinson in any way was a cheater? That would be the bad reason to do them, right? I'm going to take steroids because I want to be better defensively. Isn't that going to have more muscle that's going to keep you from getting balls? It doesn't matter. I'll be a better defensive player if I'm buff. Miguel Cabrera. Hey, look, we got another one. That's kind of neat. I'm going to answer your question after you tell me whether or not you think Frank Robinson was a cheater. There should be two kinds of steroids, the ones that help you offensively and the one that help you defensively. The ones that help you defensively, you're like, don't worry about it. I think I put that in the wrong stack. Well, we're going to sleep that. But it's going to go to somebody. Dean Creamer. Dean Creamer. I'm sure he probably did greenies. I'm sure he did. I'm sure he took some greenies. Used the thick ones. Teddy Ball Game. I'm sure they all did. You know what, I got to tell you, I'll be honest with you, nobody knows back in the day exactly what they made hot dogs or the beer out of in Babe Ruth's time. Babe Ruth could have been pumping himself full of steroids every time he ate a hot dog. Yeah, I'd agree with that, Adam. Adderall. You think Andre Dawson was clean? That's interesting. I mean, I have no reason to believe otherwise. I'm just kind of, I find that, did he come out and publicly said that he never touched him his whole career? Nick Senzel. I remember somebody else saying, I never took a oh crap, I tested positive. Oh, never mind. I take it all back. I am sorry that I took steroids. Please put me in the Hall of Fame. Ryan Sandberg said he didn't do any. Maybe Ryan Sandberg should have done, you know. Andre Dawson? That's good. Good for him. He was a good player, too. Mark McGuire, we don't know. He still won't talk about it. He still won't talk about it. Derek Jeter. Where's the Mike Trout rookie? Mike Trout auto at? Ryan Sandberg was a cheater, though, for sure. This one time, I was at a Giants-Cubs game, and Ryan Sandberg was sitting on the bench with binoculars, and he was looking at the pitcher. And I said to him, Ryan Sandberg, why do you have binoculars looking at the pitcher? And he said, I just like the cut of his jib. Now, I don't know if that was true or not, but I think what he was trying to do was steal signs. All right, something's not right here. I guess not. Why was that so deep? That's weird. Tell us a story about Babe Ruth. I like stories about Babe Ruth. You know Bob Stead, who's in our group, he went to school with Babe Ruth. He played Little League Baseball with Babe Ruth. At least that's what Bob says. I don't want to call Bob a liar, but, you know. I'm not sure they had Little League Baseball back then. Comiskey Park, that's the old White Sox stadium. I wasn't. It was at a San Francisco Giants game. Pete Alonso, Gleyber Torres, 6 out of 50. Back in the day where the Giants, they weren't that great of a team, so you could like pretty much walk wherever you wanted to sit down. And then I happened to see him down there, and then I called him over, and you know, Ryan Sandberg saw me, and he was like, "Oh, geez, I better get over there. That Giants fan really wants to talk to me." And then when I asked him, you know. That's a classic Babe Ruth thing, isn't it? Hot dog and a beer. No telling what was in those hot dogs. Jesus Sanchez. No, he was a player then. He was just not playing that day. He was a player that He wasn't playing that day. He was just watching during the game. Ryan Sandberg was all right. He's no Will Clark, but he was all right. You know. So he hits a home run, goes and grabs a hot dog and a beer. That's a good reward for hitting a home run. That's a good reward. I hope your grandfather didn't lose a lot of money. My Ryan Sandberg story is 100% true. And if it's not 100% true, may the Cubs have another 108 years before they win another World Series. That's how confident I am in my story. May it be another 108 years before the Cubs win a World Series. I don't know. I'd have to look back and see all of the second basemen throughout history before I'm gonna pick. Before I'm gonna say it was Joe Morgan. Cubs. Who's this? Out of 70, Manny Machado. CL thinks it's Chuck Knobloch. Do you really? Come on, you got to send a picture of that. You got to put a picture of that in the buy, sell, trade, share. If you have a Babe Ruth signed baseball, you got to share a picture of that. I don't know. Who are historically the best second baseman ever? Back in the day. There have to be historically some great second basemen. Rogers Hornsby, come on. If Rogers Hornsby, you're talking about one of the greatest players in the history of the game. If Hornsby was a second baseman, he's better than Joe Morgan. We had this conversation before Joe Morgan died, and I recall Adam ragging on him pretty hard. Now all of a sudden he's passed away, you know. Nap Lajoie too? Eddie Collins? Ugh. Got a long way to go to get to Joe Morgan. Got a long way to go. A long way to go. Jackie was a first baseman, though. I mean, you know, people who know baseball know. You know? And Joe Morgan played first when he was with the Giants, so, you know. Shohei Ohtani for the Angels. No, you can go on the internet right now and watch a video of him. Ian Anderson. Man, CL, don't you know anything? Dang it, we didn't get an autograph. My feelings are hurt. And did Nap Lajoie play any significant part of his career away from second base? Yachty, black. Oh, that's a blue. Nolan Ryan. Joe Morgan also played third base. He played 202 games in the outfield. Man, Jackie played everywhere. That's awesome. Really? Oh, Chadwick, me and you. Chadwick Trump is the, yeah. Chadwick Trump. That Mickey Mantle signed. What? What the hell are you talking about, Mark? Mickey Mantle signed with Topps. He's dead, Mark. How did Mickey Mantle sign with Topps when he died? Mark, are you taking amphetamines? Well, look at it this way. Look at it this way. If they were picking the all-time team for you and you randomly wound up with Joe Morgan as your second baseman, would you complain? No. Not at all. You'd be happy. You'd be thrilled to death to have Joe Morgan as your second baseman. And that's what you know, right? You'd be dumb not to be happy to have Joe Morgan as your second baseman on your all-time random team. Jose Abreu. Gold. Winker. I want to know what Mark's talking about. He's like Jose Altuve, except Altuve's 3'7". I want to know what Mark is talking about. That Mickey Mantle signed with Topps, and he's going to be in. Mickey Mantle's going to be in Series 2. I hate to say this, and I mean no disrespect to the guy because he was a solid player when he was here. Jackie Robinson would have no place on my all-time team. None. And neither would Hank Aaron. Yeah, I know. I just want to know what Mark is messing with us. It's kind of hard to sign in Series 2 when you're dead. Or are they going to do a... Are they going to do a... like a retrospective thing? Maybe that's what they're maybe that's what he's talking about. Retrospective thing? Either that or Mark's sipping at the still again. Mark, what did I tell you about drinking that stuff? When it comes right out of there, you know it's far too strong. You start hallucinating. Are you hallucinating? Top 10 all time? I don't think so. I don't think so. We will respectfully agree to disagree. I think the only thing he had going for him was longevity. There are a whole lot of players I would pick before Hank Aaron. For me, I'm saying, not for you, not for anybody else. So we will respectfully agree to disagree. And I can see why people would take Hank Aaron on there all the time. Top 10, I get it. He's just not for me. They are hard to argue with. They are hard to, I'm not saying he was not a great player. I'm just saying that I can think of 10 other players I would pick before him. I just know that there are 10 other players I would take before him. For me. Casey Mize, green. I'm not as enamored with Hank Aaron as everybody else is. But again, I can see why people would put him in their top 10. He would be in my top 20, maybe my top 15, but not my top 10. Geo, Garrett Cole. Roberto Clemente. Don't you wish you had those right now, CL? Matt still has his Babe Ruth ball. That would be one thing I'd like to have at some point, a Babe Ruth autographed baseball. The man signed thousands and thousands of them. They're not hard to find, but they are not cheap. But they are not cheap. All right. Recap. Thank God we got no autographs in the silver packs. That really does hurt my feeling. My feeling is hurt. Clayton. I don't know why I put you in there, but I did. Didn't we have an autograph somewhere? Oh, that's why. So we did, I just put something in the wrong spot. 99. Pache. He played a long time, that is for sure. I think his greatness is overrated. That's just my opinion. Wade Boggs and Ozzy Smith. Nah, Barry Bonds only doesn't count if you can guarantee me that Hank Aaron never did anything his entire career. If you can guarantee me there were no cheaters anywhere in baseball, but you're going to go to that old argument, that's a tiresome argument. Clayton Kershaw out of 299. Count them all or don't count them all? Because we pick and choose in this sport. And I don't even think, if you played it out, I don't even think Hank Aaron's the all-time home run king if you played it out properly. Jose Canseco for the A's out of 75. Out of 150, both Astros. Yordan Alvarez and Justin Verlander. Willie Mays would have had more home runs than him. I believe, what's his butt from the Red Sox would have had more home runs than him had they been able to play out their full career. Patch things and relic junk. Bo Bichette. Ozzy Albies out of 199. Jesus Luzardo. Miguel Cabrera. Devers. Alonso. Machado. Josh Bell. Garrett Cole. And out of 50, Gleyber Torres. So, and I think those, for me, those all come into play. For me. What are you? Out of 300, John Means. I think Lou Gehrig got cut short. And there's another one. Patino, for me, that is part of what, these are all gold. Patino, Garcia, Juan Soto, his actual card. Profar, Monty Harrison, Tony Kemp, Winker, and a very nice Nick Madrigal. Are you saying Barry Bonds had a big head? Yeah, we knew that. Everybody knew Barry Bonds had a big head before he took a steroid. Casey Mize, very nice green, and Olivares. Nolan Arenado, orange, and Buck Farmer, orange. Buck Farmer. I didn't know he was a pitcher. Where are we going? /90. Okay, a couple of other things that we put that were foil. Gold foil, Pache, and Lubob. Out of 99, Garcia for the White Sox, 95 out of 99. /70s, we had Nick Senzel and Matt Chapman. I think we start. I think we start getting in murky waters when we start talking about who did what, and you know. Jesus, these are SPs. Jesus Sanchez and Evan White. Evan White, nice. Jesus Sanchez. 5 autos because I hit Chadwick Trump. I have Keegan Aiken for the Orioles. Casey Mize, very nice. Kerry Wood, very nice. Davey Garcia, very nice. And Dean Creamer. So the only two that I wouldn't say very nice, only because I don't know much about him, are the two Orioles. He did. He did. He did take it to another level. Big John. I'm going to take that down just because we have rules about profanity. So please don't be offended by that. I hope you're not. Just because of our rules, I'm taking it down. I do not disagree with anything that anyone says about anything. I just have a different perspective. And so my perspective on the greatest players of all time is definitely different than Matt's perspective and Adam's perspective. So there you go. Another break is in the books. We'll be back in the Hangar Hoedown. It goes live, man, in 28 minutes. 38 minutes. 38 minutes. So there you go. Thanks, guys. Appreciate the conversation as always. I love when we get off on just stuff that I start saying ignorant things and we just go off on a goofball thing. Reasonable people can disagree. And then Adam insults the break. Adam insults the break. So I'll get the pricing on the hoedown out right now. Thanks, Adam, for insulting the break. Appreciate it. Take care of yourselves. Nothing like someone coming on, not buying in, and then insulting the break to have a good time. Talk to you soon.